If you're a beginner like me to OBS Studio and you want to do some pretty good videos with your face up front and maybe a YouTube video in the background, then there's not a lot of help for that online. Unfortunately, there's help to tell you how to do it, but whenever you go in and do it, the biggest problem that I keep seeing happen is people, whenever they render their video and they go to play it, the YouTube video is choppy as crap. And it's just not good quality. It has completely kept me from doing these videos for a long time. Thought it was my computer, but there's good news. You don't need to download a plugin to make it work. I tried plugins, they didn't work. I couldn't get anything to work right. I'm not very computer savvy, even though I grew up in the computer age. However, when I sit down, I can figure it out. And let me tell you, you can search it, you can Google it. A lot of people have asked this, but nobody has come up with a clear, concise answer as to how to fix this situation. So through my troubleshooting and me playing around a little bit, I've kind of got a workaround figured out to it. So check out the video and let me know what you think. All right, so this is just a test. We're going to see how this works out. Testing 1, 2, 3. Let's go to the main camera. Hey, what's up, everybody? You know, you can't see me, but it's okay. So we're going to party like it's 1995, baby. So that seems to be about a good level. All right, so test. We've got good testing. Hey, yeah. Oh, yeah, that makes it a whole lot better. That just makes sure that we know we are overwhelming the sensor. If I'm gonna be honest, that helps it out a lot. If I'm gonna be... Now we don't need desktop webcam, we mute that. Desktop mic, capture card audio, desktop speakers. Alright, so let's see. Let's go to a video scene, and then I am going to pull up this. Okay. So we can do donuts, raw, please, footage. And yeah, this is yes, I'm just speaking for you. So touching on the shit here, this is at full volume. Full volume testing, we're going to go to. Please volume on the video. I can hear very well. I don't know how well you can hear me, but we're going to go shortly. Our video is not displayed on large screen. Large screen, we can pause it. Testing 1, 2, 3, pause, testing 1, 2, 3. Replay again, she's not doing anything. Nothing. Testing 1, 2, 3. And she'll go and she's like a cat or ass to do it. And of course, nothing. And then boom, 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 boom. She folded it like a leaf. Alright, so now we're going to be testing here. Okay, so as of right now, I have the desktop mic active, which is the microphone that I'm speaking into right now. It is at between negative 15 and negative 20 dBs on the scale. And what I'm really wanting to test out is I've got the desktop speakers inputs to OBS muted, and the headphones I'm wearing, I've got that feeding in through OBS as well. So I'm hoping that this works, and then the only thing I have to fix after this is the choppiness in my YouTube videos. So let's transition here. And let's go here. Okay, so we got that up, and let's just play it. So something I learned during that last test was that it doesn't matter what my master volume is set on the computer, the volume that it's recording is going to stay the same. So I assume I'm just going to have to change it within my mixer. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over here, and I'm going to just up my volume to 100%. Okay. Alright, so let's go over here. Let's start playing this again. And I want to see what's changed. So we're testing here. I can...
If I'm not mistaken, it's this building. 1863?
Let's pull this down just a bit. So yeah, let's pull that down to about there. And now we're testing, recording. I can't really hear myself talking because the volume is so loud in my earphones.
You go non-lethal.
It feels like the audio is drowning out my voice, but if everything goes like I think it should, you guys should be able to hear me fine, and this audio should be pretty low.
Stop coming towards me. Stop where you are, miss. Stop where you are. Drop the knife. Drop the knife. Drop the knife, miss. Casey, taser. Stop it. Stop it, you're gonna get shot.
Now, I purposely didn't say anything there to see how the audio sounded without me talking over it, because I kind of want that mix between when I'm not talking, it's loud enough that you can hear it. Maybe you can turn it up a little bit, but whenever I am talking, it doesn't overpower my voice. So there's a fine line between there. And lastly, well, not lastly, I still have to fix whatever's going on with the jitteriness of the videos. Some of them come out choppy, some of them don't. You can see through this video of me testing with it. But what I'm mainly testing now is the audio sync. You may have noticed in the last couple that slightly off milliseconds. I just don't know if I need to update it to go negative or positive, and that's what this is testing out. So we're going to be saying onomatopoeia, onomatopoeia, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. The last one was 500 milliseconds. This is a negative 300 milliseconds. This is a positive 300. Apparently negative is not the correct direction to go. This is a positive 300 millisecond offset.
Hey.
Hey, you just called?
Yeah, I was calling to see if you had a small roasting pan, but I've got one. I got an aluminum pan for this rib roast.
Oh, okay. I don't. So, the biggest pan we have, it's not like a baking pan. I don't think like we have pot. So it would seem that my choppiness has kind of fixed itself. Let's just go through this whole video here and see what it does. Testing 1 2 3. Testing. Well, holy crap, that didn't work. I got one more thing I want to try before I go messing with settings in here. Let's go ahead and switch over to the desktop scene, and instead of just playing it directly from this, I am going to large screen it. And let's see if that helps. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Alright, so I changed this from a MP4 to an FLV. Let's see if that helps me out any. So something I read is that doing the window capture can cause that because it's horrible. So we are going to try a display capture. Alright, let's see if we can transition over. Boom. So let's go ahead here and let's make this large. And let's back it up. So I think that this may be it. I didn't do a damn thing. Still had the same problem. So now I'm changing it back to an MP4 and I'm still doing screen capture. So let's see if this works. Alright guys, I think I may have this figured out. So I had to rip the video from YouTube, download it, and add it to OBS as like an actual file source. We are going to transition over and it should automatically start to play.
If I'm not mistaken, it's this building.
The only problem is I don't know how to pause it.
Okay.
So I think I got it figured out. Excuse me. Spoiler alert. I didn't figure it out last time. I don't know if you noticed, but there was a slight echo in that audio. It was pretty much feeding the audio signal of me talking through here, through the computer, and then the computer was sending it back through here. Let's go ahead and transition over to the video that we've seen like 100 times, but we're going to continue. So when I transition, does it play? It does not. Now this here is a hotkey for start and stop, or pause, play and pause.
If I'm not mistaken.
Seems to work really well. Okay, so it should still be hearing audio.
Stop coming towards me. Stop where you are, miss. Stop where you are.
Because I don't want my mic headphones playing through. I just want the audio.
Drop the knife, miss. Casey, taser.
Now that I have an actual video source, I don't need it to capture the audio from my headphones, it's capturing it directly from the video source. So we go there and we pause it, we can talk, and then should I want to restart the video, I have a hotkey for restart. The only problem is, if I transition out and go to here, it continues to play in the background.
1863.
See where we're at, so I have to remember to pause it, transition over, and go down. Alright, so if you've stayed with me through this whole course, I haven't really explained much of what I've done. I've just kind of updated you guys on the process. If you're looking to, this isn't for streaming, this is strictly for recording and uploading later. I haven't figured out the streaming part, but 35-year-old man who grew up in the computer age, I can figure anything out, okay? Also, for what it's worth, I saw you looking at this awesome shirt, and to answer your question, yes, you can get one, but no, you can't get it by Christmas. It's the 22nd of December, and these things are like a 2-week lead time because they're actually made to order, but I do have them for sale. I have a lot more options for sale. Hoon'd Out Apparel is the name of the shop. You can go to hoondout.com. That's HOONDOUT. I will also include you like that, don't you? I will also include a link in the description for our link tree, and at the link tree you can find our socials, our shops, everything. So yeah, go check them out. Hawaiian shirts, polos, and t-shirts. Alright, so you've made it to the end of the video, and I do appreciate you sticking with me through the last few minutes of me playing around. Trust me, it took a lot more time to figure this out, but I've got it figured out, and I want to bring you directly into OBS to show you what settings I have. So let's go ahead and transition over. Now you can clearly see my desktop screen here and what my OBS Studio looks like. Now, first of all, we will go to the main scene, the main camera. I'm not here to show you how to do this up. You can search YouTube, there's plenty of stuff. Then I have my desktop video scene, which is right here. You can see this is actually a video that I downloaded. So what we're going to do is, oh, that looks crazy, is if you want to source your video first, okay? So you come over to YouTube and let's see Clayton Fiore. Okay, so he's got this cool little Jurassic Park channel, whatever. Copy, paste. You want to copy, find a YouTube downloader. Any of these are great. They all do the same thing. Just make sure you watch out for ads. That will get you every time. So once you save this to your computer, we want to go back into OBS. And you come to your video scene. Obviously, you've got your headshot here in the corner, VLC video source. So if you click add, it's going to bring this up, and you will click VLC video source. I'm not going to click it because I've already added mine, and I don't want to change anything, so we're just going to open it up. When you open it up, this will be a gray box. All you do is you add your video here. You click plus, browse, add the video. You can do more than one video if you want to do more than one video that you review. The biggest thing that I had to find was play when not visible. Here's the reason why. Stop and pause are two completely different things. I don't have to explain that. But what happens is whenever you transition, if it's paused, it will automatically start playing back in the background. So when you go back to it, it's going to be like 2 minutes through your video. Stop is a little bit different. It actually stops the video, and then whenever you transition, it's going to start it again from the beginning, and that's not what I want. So I do always play when not visible, and what that does is it lets the video stay in whatever state it currently is until I change it. So if I pause it and then I transition, it's not going to automatically start back at all. I have to physically start and stop it. Now the problem comes with controls for your media device. They're supposed to go up here and be able to click view, toolbars, or docks, one or the other, and there should be media controls. I have downloaded from GitHub. I've watched the videos. None of them worked for me. I can't get them to pick up. So what you do is you go to your settings, hotkeys, and all the way at the very, very bottom, VLC video source. You can see I'm fairly new to OBS. I have not put in any of these other hotkeys, but play and pause is my 0. Restart from the beginning is my number delete. And to stop the video where it's at is enter. Very simple. Play and pause is probably what I'm going to be using all the time. So now you've got your media source set up and you've got your controls, because if you see, if I hit here 0, well, I didn't play. Let's try. Yeah, see, now we're playing. Now we're playing. And if I hit enter, that was the, yeah. So enter is to stop, and my period is to start over. So that's a pretty cool fix. I've got media controls. Now the only problem is that I cannot, so if you stop it, you can't play. You have to actually restart it from the beginning. But pause, we'll pause it. All right, so now that we're back on my desktop screen, a little about the audio portion of it. Now, this is where it kind of got a bit confusing for me, and it was a trial and error task to say. So my mic is just one off of Amazon, and my earphone jack is in the mic right here. And what happens is it automatically loops my audio to my headphones before it sends it to the computer. That's great. I can hear myself. That made a few problems in the audio for me, but I did get it figured out. Let's go ahead and run through that. So these are the audio components that I have set up for this particular scene, this profile. Let's go ahead and get into the advanced audio properties here. So my desktop webcam, that's the webcam you're watching me off of, it's set to 0 and monitor off because I don't want to use that microphone at all. You suck, Logitech. Capture card. This is for my gaming wall. I've got PlayStations, Xboxes, GameCube, you know, a lot of stuff built up in here that I want to stream, but that's not what this is about. So I assume that may go to monitor. We'll make a video on that when it comes. Desktop mic. This is the most important one. So this is what I'm talking into right now. I had to put a sync offset of 300 milliseconds, as you saw in the video, because it just wasn't right. It was a little bit off, but that 300 millisecond offset seemed to fix it pretty good. Now, mic headphones. Okay, this is set at a volume of 10, and it is set to monitor off. So this is going to be the audio that I'm hearing through here, which is my voice and everything else coming through the computer. I'd set that lower than the mic because I want to be able to talk over the video if it's still playing. This took a lot of practice of like just recording and listening and recording and listening, but this is what I've got. And like I said, the desktop mic is monitor off because I don't want to talk. What happens is not only is this feeding through here before it goes to the computer, but then when it goes to the computer, it's also wanting to monitor it, so it's sending it back. And let me show you what happens here. If I go to monitor and output, you see how that changed there? It got it just a little bit of an echo. And honestly, I don't think that it sounds horrible on the voice, but the problem comes in whenever you play videos in the background. The videos don't have that same echo, and that's because not only is it picking up the initial sound of me talking into the mic, but then it's also picking up the signal it's playing in here, which is very, very slightly delayed. And then you add that to it, putting it all back through. The speed of light is fast, but your brain can notice these delays, and that starts to look really weird in the video when the audio isn't synced between two different clips. So I come here and I just put monitor off. Mic headphones, like I said, monitor off. I don't want to listen to what I'm already listening to, if that makes sense. Like I'm already hearing it. I'm sure if I did monitor and output, it may do the same thing. Testing. Yeah, no, it doesn't, but we're going to leave it like it is. And that is all the audio that I have set up. Be careful with that scroll wheel. So we're going to close. And now over here, I have the mic headphones muted. Again, I haven't removed this because I don't know how this works out with gaming. But my desktop mic, all I did is I talked at a substantially, I made a noise, at a substantially loud talking volume, something of like I was into what I was watching and said something. And I kind of brought that up to where it really, really hits into the yellow, but doesn't go into the red. All right, so if I want to show what I've hidden here, I will unhide all. Mic headphones is what we had there. The desktop mic is what I'm talking into now. Capture card, that is definitely the gaming, and our desktop webcam, which is what I had hidden because I do not use that microphone at all. And desktop speakers, I had those hidden because I'm not using those either. I'm using these as the output. So I'm pretty sure if I come here and transition, let's play.
If I'm not mistaken, it's this building.
Alright, so this is what I was missing because it wasn't
1863.
playing. I wasn't on the correct scene, but VLC video source down here. So this is the video source that you're hearing the audio from. It would be coming through my mic headphones, but then again, that causes a lag in the audio. And I don't know if I will need that, so I haven't hidden it yet, but that's where we are at. So I hope this helped you. I had a lot of issues with trying to get this done. The videos would be choppy, they would be horrible. And like I said, no matter what I looked for, I could not find a fix for it. But this seems to work, so I'm going to get this put out, and I hope this helps somebody else out there.